Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Trentino, Pietro Morazzo. It's round 4 of the FIM Motocross World Championship. And welcome to our live broadcast here on MXGP TV. With me, Paul Malin. First race of the day, EMX125. It's round 2 of the European Championship. Round 1 was just 1 week ago at Valkenswaard in the Netherlands. And that day, it was won by Mattia Guadagnini. Well, I say that day, he was victorious on Saturday in race 1, made work rather difficult for himself in race 2. He came home in 4th place, but it was Jürgen Matthias Talviku who came home in a surprise second, never even sniffed the podium before, and he came away with almost the overall victory. So keep an eye out for the Husqvarna rider Talviku. Tom Goyan also a 7th and a 1st. Is he going to be an overall winner here today? Well, I tell you what, here's the start list, and it's Oriol Oliver, the RFME MX Junior team rider, who will go to the line first ahead of Kay de Wolf. You see the riders on screen, and that's because Oliver was fastest in Group 1, a time of 1:53.888 compared to the 1:56.256 of de Wolf. There's championship leader Mattia Guadagnini, red plate on the bike, red UFO clothing on that Matty Husqvarna rider. There's Tom Goyan. He came home at 3rd overall a week ago. And Tom Goyan, 2nd in Group 1, 1.7 seconds down on Oriol Oliver. Now, we had a lot of rain during the course of the week. I personally arrived on Wednesday night, and it hadn't stopped raining until early hours of Friday morning. But the circuit, believe it or not, is in fantastic condition. The Fly Racing 15-second board is up for the first time today here at Trentino, the circuit of Pietro Morazzo. Who is it going to be that grabs the first hole shot of the afternoon? And we've got riders spinning up on the gate over on the left side. One rider stranded right in the middle of the gate. But it's number 14, Kay de Wolf, the guy in red around the outside, Guadagnini. We've got riders going down in turn 1, no surprise there. But over the line for the first time, Kay de Wolf leads. Around the outside, it is Guadagnini. Then we've got Perez Plaza. So the 309 riding out of Spain. And Guillem Perez Plaza, don't really normally see him up into the sharp end, but he makes a fantastic start here. Kay de Wolf just getting shoved wide down to the bottom end of the circuit there, but it's Guadagnini who leads on this opening lap. There's Kay de Wolf, number 14 in 2nd. Guillem Perez Plaza is in 3rd place. The 22 of Rafael Giuzio. He's the rider that's parked on the gate in this first European Championship race 1, and Kay de Wolf a little bit tentative as he goes through those waves just after the Monster Energy Station. That's the only real significant change. He gets pushed wide as well as Guillem Perez Plaza comes charging through, but not for long, because de Wolf takes the inside line. He'll lose out in this bottom left-hander off cambered. Then it's uphill, and it's loose and stony, hard pack underneath. But as I said, the circuit in absolutely fantastic condition. Man down over on the backside as well, just before the Monster Energy jump. But Guadagnini is who leads. Alberto Pagella right in there as well, and around 4th place. 5th is Mike Guerda. 6th is Jürgen Matthias Talviku. 7th is Bracaras, David Martinez Bracaras. So the number 24 on the 2nd of the RFME MX Junior Team KTMs, David Martinez, Martinez, I should say, over the little sky jump into a double, and then it's 2 waves, a step down behind pit lane into this long left. There's the goggle lane to the left. EMX riders can use that now in race conditions only. Originally, it was only the World Championship riders, but over the line, and Guadagnini with the fastest lap, obviously, 56.4. And opening up a 3-second advantage on that opening lap. So Guillem Perez Plaza there in 2nd. Kay de Wolf 3rd. Alberto Barcella is in 4th. Mike Guerda is in 5th. Jürgen Matthias Talviku in 6th. Tom Goyan 7th. Matthias Vesterinen is in 8th. David Bracaras Martinez is 9th. And Andrea Roncoli 10. Liam Everts in 11th. Sam Nielsen 12th. Martin Vanoda 13th. Dave Kuika, Peter Ratuski, Andrea Bonacorsi, Alessandro Facca, Rasmus Pedersen, Kjell Verbruggen, and Adam Kovacs. Eddie J. Wade down in 36, just behind Camden McClellan. Joel Ritchie, we saw he had a flyer last week, down in 32nd position, so he has a lot of work to do. First time visitor to this Trentino circuit. here at Pietro Murata. There's the 27, Guyon just getting offline. The number 43, Matthias Vestrinen, almost finding a way through, but the 27 of Guyon over here on the left, just behind the guy in blue. That's Talviku on the A1M Husqvarna, is it? Yes, it is, the 261. A little bit tight at the bottom there, and the two riders come together. Guyon goes down, and so too does Talviku, but it's Guyon who comes out just ahead of the Estonian. Yeah, it's a little bit wet and sloppy in some places, but miraculously this racetrack's still very rideable because of the hard base. Talviku looking to sneak up the inside there of Tom Guyon, but Guyon not having any of it as they hit this series of jumps. Top end of the circuit. There's a sky jump into the double. And then bouncing your way over the step down towards the end of this second lap. And there is Tom Guyon. So the number 27, the VRT KTM rider, just edging out the guy there in blue, Jürgen Matthias Talviku on the A1M Husqvarna. These two now in 6th and 7th place. Another fast lap for Mattia Guadagnini, your race leader, 154.9. No one else even in the 58s, apart from Andrea Roncoli, who is in 8th place. Everyone between 1st and 8th, either 59s or 2-minute 2s in the case of Jürgen Matthias Talviku, who got stalled at the bottom of one of those hills as Tom Guyon came charging through. Mike Guerda, 696. Just ahead of Tom Guyon in 5th place. Here's your race leader. Look at that. It's just it's almost in another zip code through the heavy conditions. I was talking to Paul Jonas earlier this morning, and he said it looked like they put some more material, more dirt on top as Guyon tries to go past Guerda. Guerda gets his elbows out. He goes down at the end of the straight, hands a position to Jürgen Matthias Talviku, and the 75 there, Alberto Barcella, all of a sudden under attack from the number 27 of Tom Guyon as they fight over 4th place. Kader Wolf just ahead of him, probably halfway down the bottom of the hill by now. Braking bumps, gnarly, because obviously normally the track a lot wider, and when everyone is forced to that sort of mid to inside, you get those braking bumps, and they will only get more and more developed. And we've got a stacked program now, because following on from this, we have MX2 and MXGP time practice. We come back onto our broadcast with EMX250 Race 1, and then MX2 and MXGP qualifying, so not a lot of time to prep the track. But Mike Guerda, he lost out just a moment ago. Here's how. The gap was just a little too tight. Front wheel caught the edge of the bank on the other side of that turn. And Mike Guerda dropping down the order. So the Kinney KTM Junior Pro Team rider will have a lot of work to do. See where he is this time around. Looks like he might be in 11th place. Give you a rundown though. Mattia Guadagnini leads. Guillem Perez Palaza is in 2nd. Here he is coming towards us now. Kader Wolf, number 14, in 3rd place. This rider here, number 14. 4th is Alberto Barcella coming into land, and then the 27 of Tom Guyon. He finished 3rd overall at the opening round a week ago. Then the guy in blue, Jürgen Matthias Talviku, in 6th place. Andrea Roncoli, the 115 on his Husqvarna, in 7th place. Then we got Matthias Vestrinen for the KTM Motorsport Finland brigade. He is in 8th place. Then we've got David Braceres Martinez for RFM EMX Junior team. And then in 10th, Liam Everts. So the number 72, Liam Everts, on his KTM, getting a good start. He picked up decent points last weekend. Did the son of 10-time world champ Stefan Everts, sits 14th in the championship chase. So what can he do here today in tricky technical conditions, I think you'll say. Barcella coming under attack from Guyon. Again, as they work their way across this top veranda over that little double. Guyon looking to go a long way around at the bottom of the hill. good momentum into that turn, but you see those two lines filtering in together. Then up on the pegs as they pass pit lane. Over the line for the fourth time then. Oh, and the 27 of Guyon up out of the seat as he comes out of that right-hander. That allows Talviku to get right on the back of him. See how hard and slick it is underneath when the mud here has disappeared off the top. But Guadagnini, 14 seconds clear already. Nothing 3-4 seconds of that quicker than everybody else. Guillaume Perez Plaza is second, De Wolf third. But fourth was the 75 of Barcella, but Tom Guyon now leaps past on that Monster Energy tabletop right in front of the energy rig. Into the waves, doubling his way through at the end, and again using a slightly different line, taking the wide, harder line through that turn. Here's Kay de Wolf, the Rockstar Energy Husqvarna rider. He led race 2 for an absolute eternity before coming home in second, which was good enough for fourth overall, 1 point off the podium, and his first ever European 125 Championship round, of course, straight up from 85s last year in the off-season. Here's Guyon. He's in fourth position, so the VRT KTM. And Talviku's gone through as well. Oh, not quite. There's Barcella at the bottom of the hill. Just behind Talviku, Andrea Roncoli. Just outside of the points, we've got the 365, Sam Nunn. He's in 22nd place, but the 22 here. So Rafael Giuso, a lap down already after being parked on the start. You see the right fork protector and who's that? Okay, Ratuski. So Petro Ratuski tips down, probably at one of the bottom of the hills. But there is Alberto Barcella, still there in 5th position, but for how much longer? 261, Jorgen Matthias Talviku taking a nervous look over his shoulder, but he has put about 3 or 4 seconds back to Matthias Vesterinen, who sits there in 7th place. Kay de Wolf coming into land just here, number 14 on that white Husqvarna, picks that front wheel up nicely. Then he slows it all down, but being caught now by the 27 of Tom Guyon. Guyon won the overall in Switzerland last year, penultimate round. But he's on the podium, first time of Askin this year. Not one of our front runners as they come through. Those yellows. A three-way battle for second. The 309 of Guillaume Perez Plaza. Hanging on after making a move on Kay de Wolf earlier. Kay de Wolf in the middle, Tom Guyon just behind. VRT KTM's little kicker just on the top of that jump there in the background as they get on the gas and blip the throttle just on the takeoff. But Guyon got lucky there because Kay de Wolf went a lot tighter in that left-hand turn at the bottom of the hill, and he was able to carry the momentum, drop into the rut that he wanted to. But second, third, fourth, they're going to hit the line as quick as that. 18 seconds behind Mattia Guadagnini, your race leader, who we haven't seen a lot of in this race. Back marker, yeah, the 22, Rafael Giuzio. Moving aside to let this fight continue for second. A slight bobble there at the bottom of the hill by the 14 of Kay de Wolf. He's growing in confidence. Oh, and a slight mistake there. Guyon was already committed to the outside, finds a way through, but he doesn't get the distance, and Kay de Wolf fights back immediately. Guyon, though, will take the outside line at the end of the straight through the turn. And that might just pay off, especially because Kader Wolf getting caught behind the 309 there of Guillem Ferez Plaza, but somehow those two stay ahead of Guillem. And Kader Wolf just taking a nervous look to his left as he drops into that bottom left, and this time Guillem, and we've seen riders collide over that particular jump and go end over end to the bottom of the hill. But somehow these two managed to avoid each other. Guillem trying a slightly different line, tight left at the top of the hill. And Rasmus Pedersen up to 17th. Here's the pass around the outside. Didn't make it stick though. That was the bobble, and then this was the payback. Kader Wolf got the distance that time around. So he stays there in third, but then Guillem is now up into third place. And the 27 immediately going after Guillem Ferez Plaza, the 309. 7 laps done. And Guillem looking to go around the outside. Again, gets the door shut in his face through that bottom left. Stepping up onto this little plateau and showing a wheel to the 309, the Spaniard. Kader Wolf just been dropped there ever so slightly on his Rockstar Energy Husqvarna. There he is, dropping down off the edge of the hillside there. Guillem taking a nice tight line. Does it pay off? Well, he's still got work to do at the top of the hill, but Plaza not able to get his distance up over the step up. Eventually loses ground to the 27 of Tom Guillem, who moves up into second position. And 10 minutes to go in this first 25 plus 2 lap race. Kader Wolf. He's thinking about the guy ahead of him now. Guillem Ferez Plaza. He already made the move. He lost that second position earlier on in the race. Maybe just took some time to readjust to the conditions after going out a couple hours earlier. Just looking down the order, actually, Oriol Oliver in 19th position. He was the fastest guy in Group 1 this morning. He went to the line on pole, and he has a lot of work to do, actually. So he just sets his best lap of the race, a 58.6, does the number 312. So he'll be looking to try and climb his way up the points because he's 5th in the championship, and this is going to be costly for him. Got a 4th and a 5th a week ago. Kader Wolf here, young Dutch rider, trains with the senior riders over at Rockstar Energy Husqvarna. There's a 24 of David Braceres Martinez and Liam Everts, number 72. So these two should be in around about 8th or 9th place. And they hit the line in 8th and 9th position, so Everts there. The second rider in shot, giving chase to Braceres Martinez. Just behind them, we have Mike Guerda. Guerda was the guy that fell early on in the race, over on the opposite side of the circuit. And he is coming under a track as well from Andrea Roncoli. Here's Tom Guillem. He set the fastest lap last time around of 54.8 compared to the 57.3 of Mattia Guadagnini. That gap's still 18 seconds though, with 8 minutes plus 2 to go. Oh, we're going to see that gap come down though. Does Guadagnini have it under control? Well, Kader Wolf looking good. Give you a quick run through the top few then. Guadagnini leads. Tom Guillem is in second. Ferez Plaza is third. Kader Wolf is 4th place. Jorgen Matthias Talvico is in 5th. 6th, Alberto Barcella. Matthias Vestrin in 7th. David Martinez, Braceres Martinez 8th. Liam Everts and Mike Guerda 9th. The 1:15 just there of Andrea Roncoli finds himself in 11th. The guy ahead of him, Mike Guerda. Then 12th, it's Samuel Nilsson. So another Spanish rider there or thereabouts, so the 368, Sam Nielsen. So RFME, MX Junior team, the Spanish Federation, really putting together a strong bunch of riders that work together. And there is the 24 of David Martinez. So over the line, Guadagnini leads, Goyan second, third, Perez Plaza, fourth, Cater Wolf, fifth, Talviku, sixth, Barcella, Matthias Vestrinen, seventh, Liam Everts is in eighth, just ahead of this group. Then we've got Mike Guerda, and the guy in the red and yellow is David Braceres Martinez. Then, just behind him, we have the 115 of Andrea Roncoli. And then at the bottom of the hill, Samuel Nilsson up on the pegs as he drops into that bottom right-hander. Riders just taking it all in and looking across to see where other riders are on the track. But the 24 here, Martinez Braceres, just losing a little bit of ground. The word has gone through. He's going after Everts, bottom of your screen. The 24 there, Braceres Martinez, and then the 115 of Andrea Roncoli. So Roncoli in 11th, Sam Nielsen just a little bit further back. He's in 12th. Dave Kuica has been passed by Alessandro Facca. Facca, the Italian, moving up into 13th then on the Marchetti Racing KTM. And Kovacs, the number 38, he's in 15th place. So the JK Racing Yamaha finding the conditions just a little tough early on. Roncoli holding a tight line just behind the 24 of Braceres Martinez. Oriol Oliver, the pole man, he's in 16th now. Rasmus Pedersen 17, Martin Van Hoda, Andrea Bonacorsi, and Kjell Bruggen running out the top 20. Here's your race leader. He's still got about 19 seconds over Tom Guyon. And the damage was done in the opening lap. He made a good start, didn't he? The 101 of Mattia Guadagnini on the Madi Racing Husqvarna. Dominant in the first race a week ago in Valkenswaard. Didn't make a good start in race 2. And he paid the price for it, but he did come away with the championship lead. The red plate, of course. Here's Roncoli, doesn't get the distance, but he cuts to the inside. Couldn't quite do the Cairoli. Thought about it, though. Watch this. Tried to cut to the inside, but just loses the front going in, then the back, then he gets stood up. Nice thought process, though. Can he go again? So briefly up past Braceres Martinez, a guy ahead of him in red and yellow, but the Spaniard, oh, we've got waved yellows. Is that Everts around the corner or Guerda? Can't quite see. Might have been Guerda. Looks like he's picked himself up. And it was Guerda. So 2 falls for the number 696. So the Kinney KTM junior rider now putting himself under pressure because he's got 2 riders breathing down his neck. Liam Everts holding a tight line. He's just got Matthias Vestrinen behind it, ahead of him, number 43 here. So the number 43 on the KTM Motorsport Finland machine. Doing his best to hold off. But the 516 there going down. Simon Langenfelder, he's had an interesting day actually, the WZ Racing rider, because he was one of several riders that got penalised out on track in the time training session. Of course, his infringement was for stopping on the track. He got rid of his fastest time, so that's what that is. That's that penalty. You set a fast lap, and then you stop out on the track for no other reason. Then if you have an issue, you lose your fastest time. So a 56.6 became a 57.3, and all of a sudden, he was classified as being 5th. So he would have gained a couple of positions. Ah, this was going to end in tears, wasn't it? So Roncoli and Martinez go down. Those two must have been fighting over the 11th place, 10th and 11th. Handing a bunch of positions to other riders. There's the 309 of Guillem Perez Plaza. He's still in third. So the F4E Racing Team rider just here. Jimmy Verberg's team, of course, the rider turn FMX rider. Kader Wolf still there in fourth position, trying to close down the F4E KTM rider. Getting closer, but not able to find the top three just yet. There's going to be 3 laps to go in this first EMX125 race, presented by FMF Racing, of course. Manufacturers of 2-stroke exhausts and 4-stroke exhausts, but supporting the 2-stroke series now for a number of years. Well, I'll tell you what, he was lucky there, wasn't he, Kader Wolf? The back end slid one way as he took off. It wanted to pitch across to the left, but he looked like he had it under control. Just behind at the bottom end of the circuit there, the 261 of Jorgen Matthias Talviku, still there in 5th position for A1M Husqvarna. Whoa, 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 couple of moments there for Kader Wolf. Just goes to show how tricky the conditions can be. Watch this. Back end got out of line, then he hit a soft patch. A little bit of whiskey off the top wave, another soft patch there that he just bust right through. Got it under control right at the last minute, and he stays there in 4th position. Cost him a little bit of time to Guillem Perez Plaza. Here's your race leader, wearing red quite appropriately, as he is the championship leader, Mattia Guadagnini, for Maddie Racing Husqvarna. 2 to go for the Italian. He puts in a 58.4, been in control right from the very first lap. Here's Tom Guillon, Team VRT KTM. He's in 2nd position. He's about to hit the line now. 17 seconds adrift of the Italian. Still favouring that outside line as he steps up into turn 3, the right-hander. Right, here's Guillem Perez Plaza. He's in 3rd place. And the F4E Racing KTM rider still has got the Rockstar Energy Husqvarna, number 14, Kader Wolf, behind him. 18th in the championship in the first round. Didn't score in race 1, got 11th in race 2. So he's obviously got a little bit of work to do. Only did 2 rounds last year, got a 22nd. In France, didn't score in Belgium. 22nd overall, that was, by the way. A lot cleaner this time for Kader Wolf. But then this time he messes up in the left-hander. Came in a little bit too hot, had to hit the brakes, steady himself, otherwise he was going to tip over to the right-hand side. Where's Rizzi? Rizzi into 28th place. So Rizzi, who was on fire a week ago, and then had a DNF in race 2 after picking up 3rd in race 1. Struggling with the conditions, it would appear. There's your race leader going into the final lap. Rizzi was 6th in time training for RFX KTM, powered by PAR Homes. Entering the final lap, the fans here in Italy already cranking up the volume, and the atmosphere has actually been pretty lively all day. Even when Cairoli was out on track doing the GoPro lap for our GoPro track preview that you'll see live tomorrow morning, well, in the first MX2 race. And of course, now behind the gate video magazine on MXGPTV.com if you are a subscriber. If you are, then obviously you'll know what all that is about. Music was cranked up. Fans were on their feet. But they'll be on their feet for the rider we just saw there, Mattia Guadagnini. 17 seconds. He built that lead up quickly. A series of fast laps. Then he backed it off. And this guy here, number 27, Tom Guyon, in second for VRT KTM. He put in the fast lap 4 or 5 laps ago at 54.891. So 1/10 quicker than the lap of this guy here, Mattia Guadagnini, 101. On that Madi Racing Husqvarna. And this Italian here, he'll be looking at taking another 25 points. Jorgen Matthias Talvico, second overall at round 1. He'll be 5th in this opening race if he stays where he is. And Guadagnini, well, he'll extend his lead from 1 to 7 over Tom Guyon, because Guyon there in 7th place. He was only 4 down on Guadagnini at the start of the weekend. Final jump onto the home straight then for Mattia Guadagnini. And the Team Madi Racing Husqvarna rider in a class of his own. Hasn't spared a thought about the conditions. He comes out of the final turn. He hits the Monster Energy finish line. And a nice little whip there as he hits it. And to win in Italy in front of the home fans, well, that's going to be something that is, doesn't get any bigger than that. Got to do it again tomorrow, of course, in race 2. He backed it right off on the final lap. 2 minutes his lap time. Here's Tom Guyon. He crosses the line now for KTM VRT. That gap still around 7 seconds. But your winner, Mattia Guadagnini, what a fantastic display. Start to finish win, pretty much. Picks up 25 points, extends his lead to 7 over Tom Guyon, and that's what it means for Guillaume Perez-Plaza as well, in 3rd on the F4E Racing KTM. His first ever visit inside the top 3 in EMX125 competition. Kader Wolf comes home in 4th, and Jorgen Matthias Talvico, top 5. We'll do the official confirmation in a moment. But Guadagnini, your winner, just over 16 seconds. So we wait for Mattia Guadagnini to make his way down towards Lisa Leyland. Of course, she's getting ready to speak to our race 1 winner. And we'll hear what he has to say in just a couple of moments' time. But Guadagnini, your winner, Guyon 2nd, Perez-Plaza 3rd, Kader Wolf 4th, Jorgen Matthias Talvico 5th. And here is Lisa Leyland with our winner from race 1, Mattia Guadagnini. Let's hear what he has to say.
Mattia Guadagnini, congratulations. A great start and a very comfortable win in front of your home fans.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, you know, winning in front of the home public is, wow, it's perfect. Had a good start. I was 2nd or 3rd, and then passed for the lead in the first lap, and then I had a good feeling with the bike, with the track, and yeah, it's good. See you tomorrow.
Good luck for tomorrow's race.
Mattia Guadagnini, Madi Racing Husqvarna, riding 101, barely got a speck of dirt on him, which is pretty impressive given the amount of rain that we had here leading into this event. And he would have had to lap 1 or 2 back markers as well, of course, but 16.8 seconds he was victorious by. Tom Guyon came home 2nd, Guillaume Perez-Plaza in the top 3 for the first time. He was 3rd, but opening up the lead with that win in race 1, Mattia Guadagnini. Official confirmation then coming up. Mattia Guadagnini, your winner. Tom Guyon 2nd. Guillaume Perez-Plaza 3rd. Kader Wolf 4th. Jorgen Matthias Talvico. Then it was Alberto Barcella. Liam Evans took 7 ahead of Mike Guerra. Matthias Vesterinen. Oriol Oliver got up to 10th in the end. Sam Nielsen 11. Andrea Roncoli 12. Adam Kovacs. Alessandro Facca. Rasmus Pedersen was 15. Dave Kuijka of the Netherlands. Andrea Bonacorsi. Martin van Hoda. Kiel Verbruggen found his way past David Braceres Martinez on the final lap, who dropped to 20th. Organised here, cranking up the music, keeping the fans interested. So we just saw the the winner being interviewed and his best moments. We've had the race results. How about taking a look at the highlights of EMX 125 Race 1 presented by FMF Racing. The gate dropped. Rafael Giuzio stalled on the box there, but a couple of riders spun up as well. But it's a 309 of Guillem Perez Plaza, who held a nice tight line. A couple of guys went down there, and Oriol Oliver was one of those. Look, the 312. He was doing donuts all over the place as he tried to get through those first couple of corners. Kader Wolf was in there in second position, so too the number 24 of David Braceres Martinez, but he eventually dropped down the order as Kader Wolf had to yield to Mattia Guadagnini, who went to take the lead. De Wolf was pushed to third. Tom Guyon just managed to stay upright as he hauled himself down the inside of Talviku, but then Guerra fell as he tried to fend off the number 27's attack. Alberto Barcella managing to stay ahead of the 27 of Tom Guyon, who was lucky to stay up himself, actually, but then Barcella not able to keep the Frenchman at bay as he continued his charge through the field. This puts Guyon up into third with that move on Kader Wolf, and then second when he found his way past Guillem Perez Plaza. By then, the gap was already about 18 or 19 seconds back to the race leader. Mike Guerra continued to push on, but he would fall again late on in the race. Roncoli down the inside of the number 24 of Martinez, but those two then ended up in a heap of scrap metal at the bottom of one of the hills as they got a little bit over exuberant with each other. Closing stage of the race, Kader Wolf all over the back of Guillem Perez Plaza, but not able to find a way through, but a comfortable win in the end for Mattia Guadagnini, who was 17 seconds clear of Tom Guyon. Perez Plaza came home third, his first ever finish in the top three. Right, we'll take a look at some of the best moments then from that EMX 125 presented by FMF Racing. We'll be back at 4 o'clock, and when we return, it'll be EMX 250 Race 1. We'll see you then.